Hi, I'm SYNOLVE and I hope you are having an amazing day. Well, today I wanted to talk to you about Black women living a life of ease. And so here I am in the middle of the day outside and enjoying the weather. I'm watching the fall leaves as they fall from the trees, and this is a luxury. This is Black girl luxury, to be able to enjoy your life and not put so much pressure on ourselves. Well, if you want to join this conversation, then just hop on in. Let's talk about it. Hi, I'm SYNOLVE and welcome to my channel where we talk about herbs and herbal remedies and crafting the life that you desire, whatever that means for you, whatever that looks like for you, whether it's traveling or developing your own business and marketing strategies and public relations and communicating better in your business and in your life. Also, we talk about unleashing the queen that is within all of us, right? That central inner intuition and that guide, that amazing person that is you, who you really are, unleashing that and just being you through self-care and through loving yourself and really doing the things that you desire. So if that really sparks something in you and it really does resonate with you, then go ahead and comment. Leave me a comment and let me know how you're doing some of these things or how I could help you. And also welcome and hit the notification bell and the subscribe button so that you can always be notified whenever there's a video and you can be a part of our tribe. And so I love you guys so much. And so let's talk more. We're going to talk about today in today's video. We're going to talk about living a life of ease and adding more brown girl luxury into our lives. So come on in. Let's get started on the conversation. So many of us grew up where we had this pressure, right? Always this pressure from childhood to be successful, to be amazing, to be, you know, to live this life of excellence, Black excellence. And for me, I know my grandmother accepted nothing less than excellence at all times. And so that meant A's, maybe some B's, but anything lower, anything less just was not tolerated. And so I grew into this, you know, it fell on me, right? So I grew into this, and there were these expectations set for me before I could even walk about who I was going to be and what I was going to do. And so I began to have all of these ideas around perfectionism, around choices for a relationship, around work and career, family, all of these things. And so now that I'm 50 and I'm older, and I actually began to make different choices even earlier because I was a stay-at-home mom. I opted out of a career for several years until my children grew up. So I decided that I wanted a different lifestyle, right? I wanted something different for myself. And when we talk about brown girl luxury, a lot of times that conversation is a part of luxury, right? So we often find ourselves in these amazing conversations about luxury brands like Louis Vuitton or other very high-end brands, maybe luxury travel, whatever that may be. But I think that my contribution to the conversation that I've been seeing from Harriet and from Stephanie Perry, who talks about living a life of ease, and so many other amazing creators and influencers, that, you know, what I would really like to share as part of the conversation is making better choices for yourself. That's luxury. Today, in the middle of the day, it's like 2 or 3 o'clock, I'm out taking a break, sitting in a park. I walked here to get some exercise. That's a luxury for Black women, right? In the middle of the day, we work, we are at home doing things, we're busy. We've been taught to be busy, 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 always doing something, always preparing something for someone else, creating something for someone else, doing something for someone else, but not necessarily doing the things that we need to do for ourselves. And so this is my moment. This is something that I'm doing for me, right? We've previously called it self-care, which is amazing. And so now, to me, luxury at 50 years old means taking care of my health, right? Because health is a luxury, however you want to frame that, but health is very important. And so eating well, eating healthy, making good choices. Some of the things that I do for myself really start with a mindset, and we'll talk about that maybe in another conversation, but really rethinking some of the things that I learned and some of the things that I was taught growing up as a child about what it means to be a black woman and what it means to be excellent and what it means to really thrive and have an amazing life. And so for me, that means living life on my own terms. It means making choices for myself, and it means creating a life that is a life that I enjoy, a life that I love, with people that I respect and that I love as well. And so some of those things that, you know, I really decided to do, like I said, are eat healthy. So part of that is we grow our own food, right? We grow a lot of our own food. Hubby loves working in the garden and growing our own food. See, I'm out of the park. I got friends walking around, but we love growing our own food, and that's just a part of our lifestyle. That to me is luxury, to be able to go out into the garden and to pick food, or to go outside and or go on my balcony and pick herbs that for the day that I'm gonna use to cook. Be sure to tell me the things that you do to bring more ease, to bring more joy, and to craft the life that you desire, exactly the life that you want to lead and you want to have for you and your family. Tell me some of the ways that you're doing that, whether it's travel, whether it's you know, having meals delivered to your house. I'd love to be a part of this brown girl luxury conversation. How are you bringing more luxury? How are you bringing more self-care and more joy into your life? So leave it in the comments below. Also, we have opted to have a meal kit delivery service delivered to us, and you may have seen some of those videos with Every Plate. We love it because it just takes the guesswork out of cooking, and we have some amazing meals. I was talking today and sharing on one of Stephanie Perry's posts here on YouTube, and I'll leave a link to her channel and to For Harriet and to several other influencers who have talked about this conversation and really done a really great job. I'll leave some of the links below so that you can check them out. But you know, one of the things we've opted to use Every Plate, and I hope you're checking out those videos, because they're meals that are already prepped and all you have to do is like cook them. And so in less than 30 minutes, you've got a really great healthy meal that you just don't have to think about. As a stay-at-home mom, I have cooked for years, right? And taken care of my family and put my family first, taking care of my husband, all those things. And so now to have Every Plate delivered to your door and walk out the door and there it is, boom, is just amazing. You open up the box, and I've done that unboxing, and the meal's already prepped for you. You already have recipe cards. It's really amazing, and it takes the guesswork out of, you know, those busy days or those days when I just don't feel like cooking. It takes the guesswork out of that so that my hubby or I can prepare a really healthy meal, and we don't have to cheat and run out and get a hamburger or something else. In 30 minutes, we've got a meal. It's healthy, it's yummy, it's good. Some of the things, other things that I do are just to let other people do things, right? So for years, hubby would always, he was always just restricted that he could only wash towels. That was it. I don't, okay, confession time, right? Ladies, you know, okay. So now I'm like, okay, fine. And he washes, he sorts, he may say, hey babe, come check this out. Look, where do you want this to go? Does this come out of the wash machine? Do I need to just hang it up? Because I do have certain things I like to just, you know, hang up. And it just, it just takes some of the load off of me having to feel like, as a black woman, you know, we have this as a black woman where we have to do everything. No one can do it better than we can, okay? Another thing is hubby cooks now, where I was cooking every day, every meal, breakfast, lunch, dinner. I was doing it all, right? Thanksgiving, I was doing the big meals, the big spreads, 2 or 3 meats, and excuse me. 2 or 3 meats and vegetables and all the dressing, all the stuff. And so now hubby cooks, and I'm telling you, his food is so good. Is he listening? I hope not, because I'm not really trying to, but his food is so good. So now, as I was saying, hubby, now he's a chef, and he actually is hired to prepare meals and to do cooking classes for a local organization in our area. And all that happened because I stopped cooking because I turned 50, and you know, kind of enough was enough. Years ago, hubby was like, look, you're doing too much on Christmas and Thanksgiving and the holidays. So what I'm gonna need you to do is, because then you cook and you do all those things, and then you're grumpy and tired the whole day. And you're fussing at everybody. So he's like, just pick out something simple and we'll just cook that and be done with it. And then we can, you know, the next day, if you want to do something else, we can do that then, and just be okay, not put all that pressure on you for the holidays. So that's what we do. This year we had jerk baby back ribs for Thanksgiving. And my daughter actually cooked the lasagna. And then we had, so my daughter actually cooked the lasagna, and I cooked the baby back ribs, and then I added some green beans straight out the can. Easy peasy. We all ate. We had like chicken the next day, and my daughter bought like a box of chicken home the next day, and we were good. All the pressure to have the big Thanksgivings that my dear and my grandmother have had all these years, poof, gone. And so you may not do that. Maybe you'll start prepping your meals weeks in advance, and maybe that'll help you. Every weekend you just decide, oh, I'm going to prep what you can do. I'm going to go ahead and prepare the greens. I'm just going to go ahead and prep the dressing and freeze it, which, you know, normally I'll cook 2 or 3 pans of dressing, and then for Christmas it's much easier. So it's up to you. Maybe I'm going to get a store-bought cake, or I'm going to buy a cake. I have, you know, people that you know in your church or friends bake, local bakeries where you can support Black businesses and Black women. Maybe you'll just decide that you're going to support someone who really makes the best mac and cheese, and you're going to get them to prepare that for you and for your family. Whatever works for you to make your life a better, you know, a lot of ease, more ease, bring ease into your life, more Black girl luxury. This is Black girl luxury to me. It's removing this mindset and this weight and pressure on yourself that you have to be perfect, and that your life has to be perfect, and everything that you do has to be perfect at all times, without caring for yourself, without loving yourself, without really taking a moment for you. Another thing that we decided to do was to let go of our house. We want to move overseas. You probably have seen us packing, and so we're still deciding where we're gonna go, but we decided to move into an apartment and just let that be it and not worry about it. And so now we share an apartment with our daughter, and it's much simpler. When we have an issue, we can just call maintenance, they come fix it, and it's much cheaper. Bless me, guys, I'm sorry. Allergies. And so and it gives us access to the city, and doing different things and being around in the middle of the action, which we also love. It also meant, though, that we have to expand our urban farming and gardening in different ways than we had previously imagined, and that means a lot of pots for now until we kind of figure everything out. But it's a journey. So the pressure, the stress of our house that we were, you know, in, I just released it. We just decided to let it go. And we were leasing, but you know, not fussing with anyone who doesn't want to fix something, and we're paying and doing, you know, things we're supposed to do. Has decided, you know what, we decided we're just not going to do it anymore. We're not going to put ourselves in that stress. Why should we? So, you know, if you're struggling with suburban lifestyle and you're thinking that, you know, I have to do this forever, and if you're on this you know, trend. We'd already downsized from like a 5-bedroom house. We'd already downsized once and went to a 3-bedroom. But if you're still thinking, okay, well, I want to save money because I want to move, downsize, and don't be afraid to do it, and don't be afraid of what they think about it, right? Because that's part of the living this life of ease, and it's part of really embracing, unleashing the queen in you and crafting the life that you desire. It's really embracing the life that you want to have, and that may mean that other people may not really appreciate the choices that you're making. And you know what? You're not making them for those people. You're making these choices for you, because the other part of living a life of ease is stress, right? Not having the stress of what people are thinking, what they think about it. Not having the stress of, you know, worrying about someone else's idea of what they're going to think about what it is you're doing in your life. Look, honey, that's a mindset trick to let go, because it's really none of their business, A. And 2, you know what goals and plans you have for your life, and the things that you want to accomplish, and the things that you want to do. So I release and let go. And we're gonna have more conversations about this, more conversations about brown girl luxury, about what it means to really have a luxurious life, right? In so many different ways. Not just, you know, spending, not just because we spend so much time talking about money in terms of what we spend and showing off, like our Coach purses. You know, I got a thing for Coach, right? I love Coach purses, largely because I love things that purses that nobody else knows. Like, you'd have to know this is a Coach purse. I don't really not really into a lot of things with a lot of emblems, and everybody's on a bandwagon jumping. Like, I'm not gonna own a pair of red bottoms, most likely. One, I gave up heels at 50, so that ain't happening. And it's just never been me. It's just never been me. I'm more of to like comfortable style. So and I do apologize for being so wrinkled today, but I hadn't really planned to do a video. But this was so comfortable. It's one of my favorite blouses to wear, and I really had some other work I had to do, so I needed to do that in, you know, in a way that was comfortable. Anyway, yes. So now that we got that out of the way, another thing that I did to really craft my life, and we'll talk about this in another video more, is really embracing herbs. And so really embracing herbs and bringing herbs into my life as treatments, and not relying on necessarily for everything traditional medicine to be able to offer the healing and the support that I need. And so I have asthma. I've talked about having issues with rheumatoid arthritis, and so I've, you know, been using herbs. I don't know if you can see that even anymore. It's just almost gone, because I've been using comfrey to heal myself. And so we'll discuss this more, but I've learned to do the things for myself that make me happy, and that really bring joy and ease into my life. So I have the herbs on hand, so, and most of the things are things that I cook with that I can just grab right from the things that I grow or have stored right from when we were growing before. And so I can just make teas, and I can make tinctures and infused oils and herbal remedies without depending on necessarily having to go to the doctor necessarily to treat all of those things. And so that helps me to just live a life of ease, to be more in harmony with nature and one with nature as well. I really hope this series that I'm going to be doing on Black girl luxury and how we reframe this conversation, how we can reframe this conversation for us, and what it means to each of us, because it's going to mean something different, right? When it comes to traveling, I really think that, and we'll talk about this more, and I've shared quite a bit about this. For me, the luxury of not staying, making the choice to not have to live in the U.S. for the rest of my life, that's luxury, right? That's luxury for me, because for so long we have just been told that the U.S. is amazing and it's the most wonderful country in the world, and then you see the racism and all the other things that we face, and it's like, oh, that's not necessarily true. And can I have a better life, a better quality, higher quality of life, where I'm respected and where I'm loved, where I can go, where I am treated well, and where I'm appreciated? Can I have that as a black woman and as a black family, right? As a black man, and I believe that we can. And so I'm making different choices for me that are better for me and better for my family. And I hope you'll take a little pressure off yourself. As Stephanie Perry says, live a life of ease. I hope you'll really embrace this opportunity that we have now, right? To really think about where we are in our lives, and to decide that we are going to craft the life that we desire, that we're going to really decide to create the life that we want, that we really want. And as women, we're going to unleash our power as queens. We're going to unleash the queen that's within us, right? The queen that's in you. Unleash the queen that's in you to be able to really live at your highest potential in business, in life, and in travel, and where you live, and raising your children, that you're going to make those decisions that are right for you. Okay? All right. Well, I hope you're enjoying this conversation. And if you have any comments or thoughts on how you're deciding to live a life of ease, how you're deciding to craft your life in a much different way, in a way that's better for you, that's more happy, brings more happiness and more joy and more peace into your life, then let me know. I'd really like to hear what you're doing to craft your life, and what you're doing to craft the life that you really, really want, right? And you really, really deserve, and that you are, what things you are doing. Please share in the comments below the things that you're doing to really enjoy your life and have the life that you really, really want. All right, and you really desire. So look forward to your comments below. Look forward to you sharing more as we go through this series, and I'm excited that you're on this journey with me, and I love you. See you guys in another video real soon. Bye bye, guys.